usamos estampillas también.
You are now tuned in to your number one radio station.
Violent people.
Radio.
Can we start this fucking podcast?
Let's do it.
I figured that was the opening.
Who's going this week? Who's leading the charge?
What's up, everybody? Violent People Radio number 2 coming at you. I'm one of your 4 co-hosts, Tanner. With me, I'm joined by 3 beautiful bald men. We got Sam.
Hey, how you doing?
We got Dan.
I have a little bit of hair.
Okay. And we have Chris.
I also have just a smidgen of hair.
Okay, well.
I shaved yesterday, so I am
Shave the top of your head?
top of the dome, and my beard,
I don't think you need to.
And your beard?
and my beard,
Oh, so you're like full baby right now.
full baby.
Mm.
Well, Mr. Clean action going on over here.
Interesting.
That's that summer
Okay.
look.
Huh.
Pool's looking
So
good.
let me ask you this. Do you? I guess for everybody here that's bald, are my other 3 co-hosts. When you put sunscreen on, do you have to use a strong SPF for the top of the head?
You just have to remember to get the top of your head.
You just do it.
That's my
Period.
big problem. Yeah, I just don't do it, and then
Like-
I'm like, oh, my head hurts.
Like, is it
Yeah,
not more easy to burn?
I mean, I don't know if you see me. I am pale white, so like all of me is easy to burn. So I just deal with it.
Sure, I just figured your top of the head would have like the least. It would be the most white, I guess.
I'm just
is
not the
what
kind of
I'm
man with
thinking.
multiple SPFs in my house going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not often like at the beach.
I'm talking like day to day.
I am
Not
always wearing a baseball cap.
Yeah,
Okay. Question. Now this is my counterpoint. What SPF y'all rocking?
50.
I don't know, 15?
What?
Okay.
That's not safe. Get
Yeah, 15's like what I use.
This is the skin cancer episode now.
And I have plenty of hair everywhere.
you're doing.
Plenty.
You're not doing enough at 15. Let me tell you,
Yeah, 15 you're trying to get tan, brother.
Chris. You trying to get tan?
No, you think I'm outside?
You're tanning?
Chris, I saw a picture of you camping. Just a few weeks ago.
In northern Wisconsin,
Doesn't
Does the
count.
sun not exist?
it was
sun doesn't go there.
it was largely cloudy. The sun was not beaming on it. It was like a high
Sun
of 65.
Sun doesn't have to beam. It can be cloudy and you can still get a wicked sunburn.
I did not get a wicked sunburn. I did not get a wicked sunburn in Door County, Wisconsin in the middle of April.
Well, I'm just going to have to trust you on that.
I'm using 100. That's all I'm gonna say.
Holy fuck!
Whoa! Where did you buy
No
that?
way.
Is that special
You're-
ordered?
You're 50 SPF wider than Sam?
That can't be.
I'm
real.
just telling you. I just went to the cabinet, and it's
Jesus
it's
Christ.
Walmart brand Sport 100 SPF.
I didn't.
Yeah,
know they
that's
made that.
that's fucking tape. You're putting duct tape on. You're covering up.
I mean, maybe I
That's-
misread it. I just literally got up and looked at it.
No, I'm
no,
seeing it.
I
I'm
mean,
seeing it.
I
I
feel like
looked it
the
up.
only way you would have misread it is if it
I mean,
was
I don't know how
10 or
I misread it. It
1,000.
was 10. It's not 10 or 1,000. So
SPF 1,000 would go fucking crazy though.
Yeah,
I'm just staying inside.
Yeah.
Man, that would be awesome. SPF 1000. Man, that's incredible. Yeah, I usually rock an SPF probably 25. Just, I thought, I don't know. I expected all three of you to say 100, to be completely honest. But then
Now I
Sam
just
hit
feel
me.
shame.
Sam hit me with the 50, and I was like, oh, maybe SPF 100 doesn't even exist. And then Dan said 100. That's fucking crazy.
I thought I think it's just a standard thing. I mean, I just feel like I grabbed the bottle.
I can tell you this right now. SPF 100, not standard.
Oh my
Straight up. You are in 1% of the population.
I just muted for a second to see what SPF, the sunscreen in my medicine closet is. It is 30.
Okay.
What am I doing?
God damn. We're gonna have
It's like $5 at Walmart. I swear.
Nah, that was special ordered. You fucking went to GNC and got it. Man, that's crazy. I wonder if Sam muted to go see if his is only 50. That's my only guess. I know mine's 25.
I'm about to find out that like I can tan. I just have been covering myself with 100 my whole life.
Yeah, you covered yourself with white paint. Yeah, for sure. You probably could get a little color on. So my tanning lotion is 10 SPF. Just to throw that out.
We're wondering, yeah.
Sam's medicine cabinet, I guess, is on the other side of the house.
He's got a real big house. He's rich.
Oh yeah, Sam's rich. He has a pool.
It's clean now, I hear.
It's very clean.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
I wasn't sure. Sam, SPF check.
Still 50.
Still 50.
Oh, okay.
All right, this is the least engaging podcast content we've done so far in 2 episodes. What's
I don't know if that's true.
Speaking of things you have in your house, I am currently drinking a brew from my kegerator that we got this week at a rummage sale.
Oh, I thought like somebody sent it to you for the podcast to test out.
That's what you thought?
No, we went to a rummage sale and bought a kegerator from someone's basement that works, and it was $30.
Oh my god, that's incredible. What are you drinking?
Well,
What's on tap?
We spent a little bit more because like the lines and stuff were fucking disgusting. So like we had to get new lines and stuff like that. Our first beer is the Sprecher Black Bavarian is the name of the beer. It is a German Schwarz beer.
Okay.
So it's very dark. It's a nice smooth beer. It's not my favorite, but it's solid.
Awesome. Love to hear it. Everybody else want to do their bev check?
I'm drinking a Kroger purified drinking water.
Whoa. Okay. Well, you called Sam rich. I don't know Kroger.
Just down in a monster.
Which monster?
The OG green
Ugh.
guy.
I thought you were
The
going all
green
these.
monster.
I thought so too, but
Okay,
going to the gas station anyway.
Can I ask something? Because Sam has done this in multiple chats we're in. It's singular, right? It's Aldi.
I
There's
didn't
no-
know that.
There's no S.
I always call it Aldi's.
Going to Aldi's.
There's no S.
I'm
No,
not
it's
gonna say-
Aldi's.
Yeah,
Dude.
I'm not saying I'm going to Aldi.
It's like you're going to like Dan should have said he's drinking a Kroger's purified water.
Does Kroger really get plural too?
Yeah,
I
it's
just call
Kroger's.
Kroger, but
No, it's Kroger.
all right.
Dan, I feel like you need to pick a lane.
It's Aldi's, it's Kroger's, it's Myers.
Is it Walmart's?
No.
Okay, I'm just
What
asking.
the fuck is wrong with you?
The only one, so I live in the South where we do pluralize brands, but the only one I feel like I've ever heard, Aldi is a popular one, but it's mostly like baby boomers, which is why I'm shocked that Sam and Dan are saying it. Maybe they're older than I thought. But the big one here was like people called JC Penney's.
Oh yeah, JC Penney's. You go to Penney's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just-
I mean,
Well, yeah, pennies is a real thing.
Yeah, I would call JC Penny's. So I mean, it makes sense. But Sam will type Aldi's with the S.
yes.
It's been bothering me all week. I think Sam has went to Aldi maybe 4 times since we recorded last week.
Yeah.
Is
pretty
it
much.
Home Depot or the Home Depot?
What the fuck is saying the Home Depot?
Yeah.
That's what it says outside their stores.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Where the
Just gonna
fuck does it
identify
say
ourselves
the?
here.
Google it.
God,
You're on a computer.
God.
Hey, you know what? Fuck me for asking.
I mean, the comes before home. What do you want me to say?
Holy fuck! It is the.
What do you think Tan was doing? You think this is an elaborate ploy
This is
to
some
get one over on you?
Berenstain Bears shit.
No, yeah, I've never seen the in the upper left hand corner of the square. It says the.
I just think if you will allow me to say there's a "the" in the name of Home Depot, that's where it should go.
All of these look photoshopped. I'm not sure you haven't changed them.
I told you I've been busy this week.
God, yeah, Dan hasn't been in the fucking Discord. He's been photoshopping every picture of Home Depot on the internet. This has to be fake for sure. The Home Depot. This one looks like a college, but this one has Joe Biden in the picture.
Good lord. What
What
are we
he's
talking about?
doing?
I don't know. I stopped by the Discord long enough to put a picture of David Starr doing bodybuilding and come on tonight.
That's
One of the most disorienting pictures I've seen in a long time.
Disgusting picture.
It threw me for a fucking loop. Let me. Jesus, I thought it was the booger guy.
It might be the episode picture. I don't know how to do that, but if I figure it out,
Nope.
it's gonna be it.
You know what? As co-founder, veto.
Oh, that's the first veto on the site.
Yeah, I veto. I veto for sure. Sam does too. He won't say it, but he does.
I don't really care.
Nah, Sam says nobody shorter than him can be pictured on the site, so we have to veto it.
Tanner, what are we talking about this week?
Fuck if I know. It sounds like I was about to say glue. No, I was listening to something talking about glue. We have some website updates before we get into the thick of it here. I'll say our first one. First of all, this one doesn't even count. Our Twitter Discord bot is fucking borked. It's gone. The fucking maintenance ticket has been closed in the email. It's not getting fixed. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. But it's broken forever.
Dan hasn't
And it's
even
not
looked
coming
at it.
back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I can tell you by the gentleman in our email that closed both the tickets within 20 minutes of each other on Saturday.
Unrelated, Tanner. Unrelated.
You know what?
I did look at it, and I actually have set up our other bot to do it, and it never once did it.
Perfect.
Well,
Incredible.
it sounds like you didn't set it up then.
No, I just think it's Twitter. I think it's X. I don't think it's the bots.
That's probably true. But anyways, we
I
have a
tried
couple.
it in multiple Discord servers with multiple Twitter accounts, and nothing was working.
Oh, interesting. Well, anyways, have a special little project coming up. It has been colloquially termed the Wet Hot American Dragon Summer by one Tim of Q and TR. And it's a Bryan Danielson project where every Monday and Friday from June 3rd to September 2nd, we will be celebrating the 25-year career of Bryan Danielson. I believe there are 26 different writers, all contributing something. Super excited. Super hope nobody fucking borks turning in their piece late.
Oh, yeah,
Hit.
I'm nowhere close.
No, but what year are you?
1999.
Oh, fuck. God damn. Okay. Well,
So we
that's
got plenty
awesome.
of time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
For those though that didn't pick up on that, that is the year that Bryan Danielson debuted in the world of professional wrestling.
That's the first one.
That's the first
Where,
one.
where do we have the list of who's writing what? You didn't put it in the Notion because you're like anti-Notion.
Well, first of all, it's in the fucking Google Calendar, Dan. So if you would check it,
Oh my
know, if you want to know who's writing what, you can click on a year in the Google Calendar, and I put their name because that's how organized I am. But
I don't want
anyways,
a
yeah,
Google
celebrating the 25-year career. We have a ton of really awesome writers coming in together for this project, including us four. I mean, come on, can't get fucking bigger than that. But yeah, so that will be kicking off June 3rd, and we'll be going literally through Labor Day. So I guess that's the only big project we have coming up. I don't know if Sam has anything to add.
Well, Sam is also
I got
just
it
realizing
clear.
he's got like 20 days to write something about Bryan Danielson 1999.
No, I got 13 days.
I mean, Sam, you fucking own the site. I don't.
Yeah,
as
you
long as it's
it has to
as
go up
long
in
as it's
17 days.
as long as it's up before the fucking Friday before it's due. Who cares?
Okay, fair
I
enough.
don't give a fuck.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Anywho, another big project that we're working on. We're going to announce the Violent People 2010s, where we're going to create a list of the top 100 wrestlers of the decade from 2010 to 2019 in the vein of Violent People 100. So super excited about that. We will open up ballots 20 seconds. So likely by the time you're hearing this, it'll probably be up on the site. But otherwise, link it into the description and eventually will work according to plan. And yeah, ballots will end up being due in December. December 1st is the plan currently. And yeah, we'll hopefully
when do you guys think we get the earliest submission?
I think
Some
we
psycho- gonna do
get one.
tomorrow?
I think we get one today. I think we get one in the first 24 hours.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
I think somebody already has their list and they are just going to turn in that list. They're going to do no additional watching and they're going to turn in that list.
But for the other people who aren't going to do that, we're going to be talking about 2010s wrestling in a VP 2010s channel in the Discord. Use the hashtag VP2010s on Twitter, and we can all be part of the conversation. Honestly, doesn't really capture the message boards of old on some of the great conversations of like WKO 100 and things of that nature. But I'm excited. Hopefully it kind of gets the community going. But yeah,
Now,
everybody, what's up?
Sam, I believe you also said WKO were too big of cowards to do the whole decade at one time.
Too problematic. Too problematic. Only 10 people voted per year, and that means 10% of those people were caught with child pornography.
Oh God!
So
Jesus Christ! Okay. I realized who you're talking about now. Okay, I had to piece it together.
Come on,
I forgot.
Connect the dots. Connect the dots.
Yeah, Jesus.
So
I didn't find out about that till last year.
that's insane to me, Tanner.
Yeah, I thought they died of COVID.
I wish.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess.
Do we have any other
So it's
things going
SPF
on?
100, and it protects me.
And yeah, with that, I'm gonna upload all this Puerto Rico, and I'm gonna disappear for a while.
What the hell did you say to me?
So anyways, it's the fuck, I almost said SPF 100. It's the
Hell
SPF
yeah.
100, but for the whole decade. No, it's you're just doing it for the whole decade. We'll have some 2010s S content between now and December going up, including a special, at least 2, but potentially 3-parter FKAA BT's 2010s. That will be going up.
I've never heard you say it this way.
No, that is what we're doing. Everybody is doing it. Everybody has already said they were doing it. And there's no turning back now. So that will be up sometimes in the fall, but there will also be a lot of other 2010s content. We're going to pretend, because I don't know, a lot of people probably don't know this, but Sam is doesn't believe plandemic is what Sam calls it. So he wants to go back pre-2020 and just explore the decade that was before the woke mob, as he calls it, shut down this once great nation.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Lucha a lot over the next several months, and how folks are just kind of racist. And I think that's what it really comes down to.
Shit!
So excited to get into it.
We waited until all the IWRG was deleted off the internet to really dive deep into it.
Exactly. Someone's got
Is it
it on a
really
hard drive
like
somewhere.
I was about to say, is it gone for real?
I just know it's not on YouTube anymore. But
Okay, well, nothing's on YouTube anymore. A lot of Noah. Let me tell you, 2010's Noah plentiful on YouTube.
So bad wrestling, plentiful on YouTube.
Don't know. Mohamed Yone probably making my top 5. But yeah,
Well-
that's it for the announcements.
y'all ever watch you ever see this guy named Wotan? Pretty cool wrestler, Wotan. Gonna be talking about him a lot. Gonna be talking about Wotan a lot.
Question.
Mhm.
Hey, Wotan's NXT gimmick, he hits the woe a lot. Wotan.
Okay. Well, let's keep it moving. Chris, have you been watching any Wotan this week? As we talk about what have we been watching?
You didn't play the music. How do I supposed to know it's the time? Okay, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry.
I'll edit that in. Don't worry about
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah. I did not watch any Wotan this week. Though I am in the process of, for the Violent People 2010s, finding every single Wotan match that made tape from the 2010s. And I will make sure to share that in the Discord when that project is finished. So you have no excuses.
How many matches do you think that would be, like, realistically?
A few dozen.
Okay. I was thinking 30 to 40, probably.
Have you been
Dude.
talking to Black Terry Jr.? Because I asked to buy some Wotan matches for him a while ago, and he kind of just stopped answering.
What a
I
son of a bitch.
definitely know people who have some Wotan matches from
Alright, fair
Black
enough.
Terry Jr.
Chris has better connections than you, Dan. That's what he's telling you.
I mean, I still have a lot of the IWRG, but it's just on my old computer. But I just know that I emailed him. He was all excited about it, and then I said I will pay you money, and then he still didn't respond.
So
He thought it was a sting operation. Once you said,
Probably.
"Hey, I'll pay you," oh, that's bait. Not taking that.
Man, that'd be crazy if Dan got arrested for buying fucking lucha.
Wotan match.
Fucking cops show up and throw Dan in cuffs for buying 3 Wotan matches from 2011.
it's too raw for you to have in your possession. I have been watching, so I'm working through my April Lucha. The big show that I watched was the Zona 23 deathmatch tournament from April. Which for some reason on IWTV is labeled under it's not labeled under Zona 23. What, for posterity, so people know where to find it.
Is it Lucha Libre?
It is labeled under Baracho Pro,
Oh.
which is a Texas indie who sent like a couple guys to the tournament to wrestle, but it takes place like in Zona 23, so I don't know why. It's weird.
Oh shit, this card looks awesome though.
Yeah, unfortunately, Freelance did not make it. I think it's because he fears El Maquaro,
Of course.
because he was supposed to be in that match. But bunch of like great wrestlers are in that field. Damus, Lunatic Extreme, Lunatic Fly, Sobredosis, Paimon, Venganza, Osiris, all of the guys you watch Zona 23 to see. There's a fun Arrow Boy, Ciclope and Miedo Extremo versus Joe Lider, Super Mega, and Ultimo Gladiator. Trios match. I would say that it's not like there's nothing super top tier, as far as like Zona 23 shows go, like there's I don't think I'm going to write about any of these matches in my column unless I just have a hard time finding anything else, which I don't think I will. But I will say the final, which is, I'm just going to say it's between Dameless and Lunatic Extreme, is really fun. That trios match is really fun. And there is a really just absolutely disgusting match between Maquaro and Paimon that ends in a no contest because they lose so much blood. Like Paimon ends up getting stretchered out, and Maquaro is doing like Daniel Bryanson seizure cells. It's really sick. It's really disgusting.
4 stars.
Yeah, it's like a solid 4 stars. It is definitely one of the grossest matches of the year. It's not like one of my favorite matches of the year. But if you are a freak, I'd definitely recommend seeing it. It's just like, it's a watchable show, but it's hard to get like super top tier stuff because most of the first round is 3-ways, and then most of the matches in the subsequent rounds are very short because it's a deathmatch tournament. But yeah, it's a fun show. Like, if you've got 3 hours and you want to see a bunch of cool luchadors bleed, watch it.
What a sell. I'm all for it.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. That I honestly didn't even realize that. I've been so out of the loop with like current lucha. I just haven't had like an April roundup to read or anything. So like I didn't even know that show went off.
Damn, if only someone. And hey, a lot of this stuff did take a decently, Zona 23 not so much, but like some of the stuff that I'm finding on YouTube took a little bit to get uploaded, so I'm happy I waited a little bit for some of this stuff.
Me too, Chris. I can talk about what I've been watching.
What have you been watching, Tanner?
So recently I decided, would it be weird if I watched, my watching this week has been split into 2 pieces. I watched some 2024 stuff. Interestingly enough, I don't know if many of you have watched that Chad Gable versus Sami Zayn Intercontinental title match from a few weeks ago. It's like I think April 15th. It's on Peacock now, I know that. But pretty good. I don't know. Sami may be making a case this year with that, because I also heard that Sami had a match with like Otis, which I can't imagine not being great. And I'm pretty sure he and Chad Gable had another match last night at time of recording, so that'd be interesting to see. I watched that. I've been watching some Shihiro Hashimoto, and she may be Wrestler of the Year this year based off of the 3 matches I've seen. She fucking rocks. Absolutely insane. I've always liked her, but like literally every match I've seen of hers this year is like great 4-star plus territory. The Shinya Aoki match from DDT April Fool in particular is like top 5 match of the year so far. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. I think everybody should watch it. But in the spirit of starting a 2010s project, I actually watched a couple of 2010 matches, specifically matches from 2010. Does anybody want to guess what my first match for the VP 2010s project was? If any of you can guess it correctly, I will personally cash app you $100 right now.
I have no idea, Tanner.
Well, don't like money.
Matt Tremont versus Nick Gage.
Okay, I said 2010, but great.
Oh, I didn't listen to you.
Oh,
a little bit.
Chris, you want to give it a shot before I reveal it?
Chris needs his $100.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I
Say
want
literally
$100.
I will legitimately send you $100 if you guess it correctly.
Can we get a hint?
No.
All right. There you
Also,
go.
Sam, you've already used your guess, so fuck off.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm sorry. I can't.
Just edit that
Well,
out.
if you would have guessed Sheamus versus Christian from WWE Monday Night Raw, February 8th, 2010, you'd be correct.
Shit, that was my second guess.
Champion versus champion match. WWE champion versus ECW champion. Let me tell you, Sheamus, pretty good wrestler. I'll talk about him later. But yeah, I don't know. I think
How do you
I did
get to
not.
that?
Huh?
How do you get to that? Like, what makes you watch that?
So somebody on YouTube made a playlist called WWE 2010 to 2015, and there are legitimately almost 3,000 videos in this playlist.
And you're gonna watch them all.
No, but I clicked on it because I was curious. I'm like, did WWE officially upload like 3,000 matches from this 5-year period? There's no way. And no, it's not. A lot of it is just shit people uploaded. So I watched this in like 240p quality with Spanish commentary. And I mean, it's definitely on Peacock for sure in HD. But I think this gave it more authentic feeling. So 3.25.
3.25. So absolute
3.25?
fucking garbage from Tanner.
That is Sam. First of all, Sam is basing shit off of my scale from like 10 years ago. Not even the same fucking scale anymore.
I've seen your fucking tweet threads, man. It's all public information. Just because you've
No, it's not.
deleted
No,
the
go pull it up.
Twitter
Pull it up on
doesn't
Twitter.
mean
Pull it up, bud.
No, go pull it up. Go pull it up, bitch.
Pull it up on Twitter.
Pull
We'll
up
wait.
my fucking tweet threads. Pull them up right now. Link it in the fucking Discord.
I'm gonna
pull
go.
it up.
I've got it downloaded somewhere. I'll pull it back.
If you,
Do you-
I
Do you want to hear what else?
I've got
on that Monday Night Raw?
I've got the Wayback Machine on Tanner's Twitter bookmarked.
Here we go.
Is that for real? Can you way back machine somebody's Twitter?
Tanner's freaking out.
No, I'm just asking.
No,
Like,
for real. Is that for real?
Hey, guys.
Don't just ask him.
Don't fucking do it.
Oh, Sam, I really thought you were about to link it. Okay, I didn't realize you were a coward liar.
No, unfortunately, you cannot Wayback Machine Tanner's
That sucks.
Twitter.
I have been watching other 2010 stuff, but I thought that was I've legitimately been watching 2010 Noah because just a fuck ton of it's on YouTube. And who doesn't want to watch Disobey versus the Noah Boys in 6-man tags? I mean, come on. Takeshi Rikyo and the goddamn Jorts. Come on.
Come on.
That say Rikio on the back. And also say 05, which I believe is just referencing him winning the title 5 years ago. Come on.
I do love Disobey.
They're so good. It's literally the real shooters of Noah. You got Taniguchi. You got Takeshi Rikyo. You got Muhammad Yone.
You got the GOAT. You got the GOAT, Kanemaru.
Oh yeah, I forgot Kanemaru's in it. Yeah, goddamn, maybe all timer. Maybe we need to add a fourth show for the FKAABTs and faction of the decade,
I fucking will not.
so I can talk about Disobey for
I'm
sure.
not totally sure we're locked into 3.
I'm not sure we are either. I just know promotion was mentioned at one point.
I'd like to say real fast that show that you were talking about, Sheamus versus Christian, followed up by The Big Show and Miz
That sounds
versus CM Punk and Luke Gallows versus Shawn Michaels and Triple H. It goes 14 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Then you get Gail Kim versus Jillian for 52 seconds. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for less than 3 minutes. and then John Cena versus Ted DiBiase for 1 minute. WWE has always been amazing. It's always been great.
That sound. Listen, if I went to an indie show with the 52-second match, I would fucking shit my pants. I would love that.
Good for you, man.
Get them in and out.
I love that for you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Beyond would be a watchable promotion if they did that instead of 14 20-minute matches. I actually don't know if Beyond still exists.
They do exist. They run about 6 shows a year. And
they run weekly.
Yeah, that's
no,
weekly.
No, that's Wrestling Open, which entirely separate promotion, folks. Even though they're virtually identical in every single way.
Let me see the business paperwork.
Who's saying they're different promotions? Is that a real thing?
Yes.
I look on cagematch.net and I see Wrestling Open under Beyond Wrestling. So
I would trust
when I
Striga
go
before
to
they
video
would never lie to me.
promotions.
They would never lie to me.
When I go to promotions on IWTV, the award-winning independent wrestling streaming service, they are under 2 different categories.
I just explained that they have a Zona 23 show under the wrong promotion.
Are we saying that Dylan's not organizing these well? Is that what we're saying?
Who's
I
footing the
think
bill?
Dylan's a great guy
That's
and a
joint
great
show
commentator.
Also. Different situation. altogether.
Very true, Dan. Very true.
I'm
We all love
going to
his
call.
commentary here.
I'm going to call Dylan up right now and get to the bottom of this.
Well, wait.
Now I'm reading Wrestling Open results and getting sad.
Because this promotion exists?
Once a week, people are watching this.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Once a
I'm just
week.
kidding.
Recently, oh man, I gotta fucking get down this. Cruel versus RSP, baby. Yes.
No, that actually. That's
Okay, we're back, everybody.
Pro wrestling is here.
Pro wrestling lives in Worcester.
Yeah, unfortunately, they
Wrestling
also
Open?
have TJ Crawford as an important part of that promotion, and he sucks.
Never heard of him.
He sucks ass. Let me tell you, not a very good professional wrestler.
What happened? Didn't they do a Wrestling Open season in like the fucking TWE arena? And it was like Adam Priest and Anthony Henry and like Kevin Koo.
No.
Who was that?
No.
Oh, that was Uncharted Territory. That was Uncharted Territory. Excuse me. So
That's different.
why don't they just do that again with good wrestlers?
Great question.
I mean, all those guys are still available. Just do it again.
I thought I saw someone teasing it a little while back. Like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did that again? But that was like a month ago, so I don't know what's happening.
Teasing Uncharted Territory or teasing specifically using good wrestlers for it?
It was
two very different
coming
ideas.
from the South, folks. So I'm assuming if bringing Uncharted
Which one?
Territories back, I think
Name names. We name names on this podcast.
I
Who
don't
was it?
remember. I don't remember Tanner. I think it was Matt, but I don't remember.
I love that these Wrestling Open shows are having a pre-show match. They're like 8 isn't enough. Throw an extra show match on there.
8 matches on a fucking... What day do they run? A Tuesday?
Are these guys still getting paid by the gate?
Get fuck. Thursday?
How are you going to fit on Channing Thomas versus Brett Metro?
Who? That's not a... I legitimately have no idea who either of those guys are.
Well, come on.
Channing Thomas?
That's a guy.
Channing Thomas, also not a good professional wrestler.
Well, I
No,
would
but
guess
like he's a guy
I
who's
would've
been
guessed
around
him.
for a long time. Or not.
Yeah. It was a
I
reason,
mean,
brother.
you can be
There's a
around.
reason.
I had my Twitter account 15 years. I mean, you know, hey,
Channing Thomas
I've rubbed shoulders.
looks like Ryan Clancy,
Who?
but Ryan Clancy's good. Let me
Wait,
tell
Ryan-
you.
Oh, is that a fancy Ryan Clancy?
That's
Is that-
fancy Ryan Clancy for you.
Yeah, he had a match with Adam Priest last year. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
But also, if you're not having a good match with Adam Priest, you know, get fucked.
Literally. If you might as well hang him up.
Yeah.
Ryan Clancy teaming with the Miracle Generation in the last Wrestling Open.
Well, I'm not watching
That's a Sam team.
I'm not watching
I was gonna say that's Nah, Sam will watch it by the end of the year and say, "Whoa, it went 8 minutes.
It's like,
This shit
fucking,
rocked."
it ripped.
It went 12 and a half minutes. I'll hate it.
Check out this AAA match on Daily Motion I found. By the way, I'm on Daily Motion at 6 o'clock in the morning on a God-given Tuesday. What the fuck?
No, the way Sam defends Miracle Generation, he's like, here's a match they had that only I was at live. It was good.
It was
trust
on
me.
YouTube. I just didn't share it. Miracle Generation, still good. Still good, you know?
I honestly thought that was a bit towards me about me saying multiple matches I saw live.
No,
last year
yours were available. Just every match you were at live was 5 stars.
No, that's not true. I didn't give any matches last year 5 stars.
That rating scale that's absolutely changed since you were 13.
Yeah, it has. First of all, I didn't even start star rating until I was 14. So let's just get shit straight right now.
I'm just looking at 2010's Noah cards.
Dude, Chris, Next Muscle Orchestra, you know?
Yeah, looking at the 10 anniversary show, Go Shizaki versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Sure. It's just Shinsuke, notorious with that promotion.
Tanner's last pitch for Muscle
Koji
Orchestra was
Kanemoto
the
and Tiger
pigs.
Mask versus Ricky Marvin and Taiji Ishimori.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Segura versus Akiyama. Ooh.
Oh, did they run that multiple times in 2010? They had to have, because they wrestled on the Global League show that has Akiyama Takayama. Wow. We have a treasure trove of stuff to get into. Anyways, y'all can tell me what y'all have been watching. I feel like I maybe took over the segment a little bit.
All right, let me tell you, brother. I watched a couple of Manders matches. Duality of Man, right there.
The duality of Manders?
Yes! Anyway, he has a match.
I don't get it.
Is that your sister's calling your mom a bitch again?
No.
Yeah, that's why he had to mute.
Sorry.
Dan thought that led to a spike in downloads, so he's having her come in every week.
That's
Call
what
her a
happened.
different name.
Anyway,
Use the C word. Do it.
You can say
Mom would want
any
the downloads.
You can say any word you want into this microphone right now.
Satoshi Kojima versus Manders from Court Bowers, Major League Wrestling from this year. I don't know when. Maybe it was last week. Maybe it was 3 months ago. Never know with MLW, and I'm not gonna look it up anymore.
It was like 10 days ago.
Yeah, there we go.
But I
That
watched
one.
it too. It was good.
It's good. It's a good match. Kojima's just like he's a pro's pro. Like, I don't think he's really deteriorated his abilities in the past decade, which is to say, he was totally fine a decade ago. He's totally fine now. He's still got all the hits, baby. Hit him up.
Some had him in their top 15 last year.
Importantly, I need to ask, did you watch Cruel versus Matthew Justice from that show?
I did not watch.
Oh, you know he did.
You should have. You should have. It was better than the Kojima Manders.
I just didn't have it in me.
Did you watch Matt Riddle versus Sami Callihan?
I did not. I almost did. I got very close. And I saw Sami Callahan's face, and I was like, brother, you lost it.
Jesus Christ. I don't know if he's had it in years, though.
No, he's gained it. You know what I'm saying? I can say that
He's definitely gained it.
as a heavyset man. I can say that.
Jesus, Sam. Wow.
Whoa. Anyway. No, that was a good match. Kojima just did the hits, and Manders could be a nice partner for that. His match against Luke Jacobs from WXW from 16 Karat, though, that match sucks butt.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you liked it. I was going to fight you. That was
I hated it.
terrible.
It's just, these two have brainworms. They just don't get it. They don't know how to work, brother. Grab a hold, first and foremost. Secondly, just no thoughts, head empty, but not in a good way. Maybe if WXW's sound wasn't absolute dog shit and I could hear the strikes, maybe somehow my brain would go just caveman and be like, oh, loud noises on chest, good. There we go. But not that. It just kind of sucked. Bojack versus BK Westbrook from DPW in January. That match rocks. Go watch it for sure. I feel like I was very sour on BK Westbrook a year ago, 2 years ago. coming around. He's good now, probably, maybe. I don't know. But I will. You can be with me on the journey to figure out. Hey, does BK Westbrook suck still? Who knows? Bojack is always tons of fun because he's just a big dude and he's not physically capable of being an athletic big dude, which is amazing because that means he cannot try to put himself in that Calvin Tankman-esque situation. And Tanner was referencing the AAA match I linked this morning. From November of 2011.
Nope.
Wait. Which match did I link? Now I don't have the.
It's November. It's November. The Daily Motion file says it's from December 2010, but I looked it up on Cage Match. It's from November of 2010.
Anyway, now I don't even know who was in it. It was an Aerostar match that also had
Chico Che.
Chico Che rocked in that match.
The fucking goat.
Cerebros. Cerebros rocked. Chico Che. He's dead? What?
No, he's not. I looked at his cage match today. He wrestled 3 weeks ago.
We can't do this every week.
Unless he's died in the last 3 weeks.
No,
Chico Che was dead.
No, he wrestled in May. Like this month.
I thought we had lost 2/3 of Low Strippers bag. But we only lost Ovette? Okay.
Yeah, it's just Ovette. Chris, man. Wow. Hey.
COVID did get him, by the way.
I think Chico Che might have just had like a nasty bout with COVID.
Oh, well, he's alive and healthy now. He's working.
He did miss a bunch of time last. Oh, he only wrestled 9 matches last year.
Oh, he's already almost wrestled that this year. He's wrestled like 6. So I guess he's back full time. He's ready to work. He lost in a Places match by DQ, which I didn't know was possible.
I'm so happy that my good friend Chico Che is still alive.
That's a good bit. We have to kill somebody on this podcast every week.
Celebration of life.
I don't know if Sam is done, but do you guys know that Black Terry lost his hair in a terrible?
Oh, I did know that
multi-man cage match.
Yeah, I will be watching that match.
Yeah, you can read Chris's thoughts on that July 4th weekend.
Shut the fuck up. You'll be able to read my thoughts on that by this time next week.
Memorial Day weekend.
I got really excited because I was looking at I was catching up on some IWRG, which is a thing no one should do. And I saw it listed as, he lost like him versus Puma de Oro as the final 2. But like it's instantly gets down to them and then Puma gets out. Like it's 20 seconds. It's 20 seconds.
Black
so I was like, maybe they have like 5-10 minutes of just the 2 of them, but no.
Man, that rocks.
Nothing else I watched from them. I mean, the Pigs versus Parada Morgan and his kids was what it always is. It was fine. And then IWA Mid-South. I'm going to do that every other week now. My original plan was this week to just skip the event that should have been last week and title the new one Rotten Rewatch 6. But my co-host said maybe I could just post every other week, which makes sense.
I thought that was smart.
So I haven't watched any IWA Mid-South.
So it's going to take you roughly how many years to finish this project?
Oh,
stop
I'll be dead
taking
before then.
breaks.
I have watched all of what should be column number 5. I just haven't written like the intro to it.
Okay. How many IWA Mid-South shows are there?
Well, I think there's like on IWTV, I think there's like 600 or something.
Okay, so multiply that by 1,200 weeks, 52 weeks in a year. Goddamn, it's like 23 years.
Okay, that math checks out. I'll be...
How old are you? 45?
I'm 36, thank you.
36.
So I'll be 59.
That's sickening.
Wow.
Besides that, I am going to give the update on Josh Bishop because I watch everything he does. He had a great match versus Facade in ACW, which is probably the only great match Facade has had in a very long time.
Love Facade.
And then he had a terrible match with Matt Riddle on the MLW Azteca Lucha. Because I guess Matt Riddle was like cooked I don't know. He's done.
Something about him's cooked for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's smoking the reefer.
Oh, I get it. He made a bunch of weed jokes. It was really cool.
Oh wait, no, hold on. I know. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I withhold judgment then.
Also, Dan, you can't use this file for this episode anymore.
What do you mean?
How long has it been since you last heard me?
Oh, I don't know.
It's probably been a while, and I was talking that entire time, but I just wasn't coming through to you. There's a good possibility that did show up on my recording of this episode, so you're just gonna hear me talk over folks.
That's very funny.
Yeah, because Dan's not recording.
Dan!
That's very funny. Yeah, well,
You're
I didn't
supposed to
change
record.
anything, and I didn't change anything. Because it didn't work well last week.
You
I
said
thought, I'll
before
do
the show
Sam's again
started,
this week.
I'm trying something new this week.
I opened it. I opened it up, and I was just like, "Nah, I'm not going to do it. I'll just use Sam's." Literally, as I said that, I opened OBS, and I got intimidated, and I clicked the X.
God
Oh
damn,
my
that,
God.
hey, that fucking rocks. Now I know why there hasn't been a talking turnies in 6 months.
I 100% I said that. I typed in OBS, clicked on it, it opened up, and I went, "This thing is intimidating." X. Sam's got it.
Hey, Dan, that fucking rocks.
So
All right, I'm sure I can make it work. I'm really good at the editing. Don't.
What do you mean you can make it work?
make it
Are
work.
either of you recording at this point?
No, Sam is, but he's worried that he's talking over us.
yeah, I'm going as I'm testing out my mic to see if it's working.
But I can delete that. Probably. Maybe. People listening to this will know whether or not if I did that successfully.
There's no way you can delete it. It's one fucking audio file.
Oh
You
my
can delete
God. It shows
What
up
do
in
you
multiple audio files.
Sam,
This is how we cook, folks. This is how
Tanner, if you don't
the
understand
soup
it,
is
you can just
made.
stay out of it, man.
I can't wait till episode 27 of Talking Turnies drops.
I can't wait to episode 69. Anyway.
Nice.
I don't
So the whole time I was talking, were you just saying like Matt Riddle rules?
Tanner, number one Matt Riddle fan in the VP Discord. That's for sure.
What? How did I get brought into this?
Who's talking?
Sam was just posting on Truth Social trying to get some of his compatriots free from the actions they did on January 6th.
One of the 4 members of this has scrubbed their social media. It wasn't Sam. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Sam tried and he was a fucking coward and went back.
Release the Twitter files.
Yeah, show Tanner's 4-star plus match thread now.
Anywho, Dan, you watch anything else?
I mean, I watched all of the MLW. Like, I caught up with
Yeah, it's so
MLW,
fucking
which is like a
stupid.
thing I do.
That sounds insane. That
Yeah,
sounds
you
like
watch
the dumbest
Akira
thing.
versus Bobby Fish.
I mean, you can watch that without watching it. The Azteca Lucha show was good. I don't know
Speaking
if
of
good is the
January
word.
6th.
It's watchable. Mystico versus Cavanario in the main event was fun, and then Cozy Max versus the Second Gear Crew was exactly what you expect.
Front of the show, Simon was there.
Who the fuck is Cozy Max?
What?
Akimura and Kojima.
Aki Mora?
I mean, I'm from
Oku?
What do you want from me?
Do you know
What do you want from me?
OKU? Michael
What do you want from
Oku?
me?
You think it's Michael Aki? Aki way? Bacon, egg, and cheese?
I'm deleting this part too in the edit.
That'd be awesome if Dan just deleted like a whole fucking section.
The file's
he's-
22 minutes long.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they went short this week. After 2 hours last week, they went 21 minutes.
Tanner,
You
can go out
introduce
to your
the project, and I
Blackstone?
go, Josh Bishop's pretty cool.
Introduce
See you
the
next week.
projects, and it's the last question of Wacky Line. That's the show. Oh,
But that's pretty much all I watch this week. I haven't watched a ton.
You said you didn't watch a ton, and you watched way more than anybody else on the call.
By a mile.
So
I
much
listed-
more.
I listed like 2 IWRG shows, 2 MLW shows.
You're watching
Yeah.
full shows out here,
You're watching
Dan.
full fucking shows.
Yeah,
I
that's
watched like
insane.
6 matches.
I was cleaning a pool all week. Can't do that.
Oh, speaking of that, can we get a Sam pool update? I had music ready for it, but it's gone now.
That pool's crystal clear.
Oh,
Did you? She
okay.
got a new vacuum.
I got a new. Well, I just got a handheld vacuum. So yeah, got a new vacuum.
That's the way to go.
That's
I
the way
like
to
it
go.
better.
Yeah. I mean, any vacuum is a handheld vacuum in a pool. So,
What?
What are you talking about?
well, you said last week you didn't want to use the old vacuum as a handheld because you didn't want to get in the pool.
Well, no, the other vacuum was a robot vacuum.
Yeah, you guide them.
What the?
No, you just let it go.
Yeah, but you can guide them if they're not going where you want them to go.
It sounds like an insane person's tactic.
Are you
anyway?
like following your Roomba around as a vacuum?
First of all, funny to assume I have a Roomba. I do not.
Then
Tanner
don't go
is
around sending
loaded.
people $100.
Listen, I knew nobody was guessing Sheamus versus Christian from February 8th, 2010. I knew nobody remembered their classic champion versus champion bout that was immediately interrupted by a commercial break on Monday Night Raw, hosted by NASCAR legend Carl Edwards.
Next time you put money on the line, I'm making you send it to an escrow account first.
That's so real.
I can't trust you.
How about this? Everybody here puts their mortgage on the line. Winner gets 3 houses.
Oh shit!
And Chris's house.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a coward. Sam, could we not play a game of EA Sports Football 25? Winner gets both of our houses.
I don't want your
You
house,
definitely
Tanner.
could.
Why don't you want my house?
Wow.
It's in Alabama.
Yeah, a valuable real estate. You know how much my property value have went up in the last 3 years?
You and
How
the rest
much?
of America, Tanner. You and the rest of
No,
America.
but mine has gone up more than the American average home value.
Wow. Congratulations.
I couldn't even afford to buy my house now.
According to the local PVA, my house costs $100,000 more than when I bought it. I have to go down there and argue it, so I don't pay taxes on that.
That's awesome. Wait, you can do that?
Yeah, you can bring them like comp, saying like, "Hey, look how poor my neighborhood is." Like, you just have to like pick and choose like
Oh
bad
shit!
houses. Yeah,
I didn't think about that because my
Yeah.
mortgage is fucking crazy. And I have Dan. Here's something fun for you. I have a 2.75 interest rate on my mortgage.
That's hot. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. Yep. I was a week away from having a 2.6, and it went up to 2.75 when I bought the house.
Anyway,
All right,
what
well,
the fuck
that's
are we
a-
talking about?
I think.
Oh.
Are we on Wacky Line or are we going somewhere else?
No, it's time
Oh.
for Big Top.
Oh,
Our topic of the
shit.
week.
Oh shit!
We're
We
really
haven't had
sucking
big
this
topic
week,
yet?
guys.
Sam,
When
hit
did-
us with
When did
the
we
Big Top.
approve Big Top?
I'm pretty sure everybody just unanimously agreed on it last week when I called it Big Top in the chat. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, that's probably the smartest thing you've ever said."
This is topic of the week.
Oh, I got a little better.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
That
Let
felt
me
good.
try. Let me try. Who's ready for some sloppy Big Top? We're talking 2010s.
No, I lied. I love that.
Yeah, I think that's better.
When you call it sloppy, that's when it really sings.
Hey, I got a question. Does this show up in the recording?
The words you say? Yeah.
No, this.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
If I can hear it, then it makes it.
Man. All right, and now time for Sam's hot take of the week.
I don't
Oh my
like that.
God. I have so much editing to do tonight.
Tanner should never have found a soundboard. That's like illegal.
No, now I need my own soundboard. So I can
no.
use it. To those listening, I'll make a call in the VP updates, don't worry. If you want me to play funny sounds on the show,
Say no.
We
The
will
message read.
end the show if you would like that.
how
Imagine someone wanting you to play funny sounds so much they click your name, DM you. Yes, please do that.
I think I could convince a few
Sick.
people to.
All right. So what about the 2010s?
So that is a good question. You
Hey,
can't.
Twitter world, this is yours truly.
Yeah! Man, RIP. Do you have them saying, "Hey, X World"?
No, I don't.
Ah, man, that sucks.
What is that?
Man. That was OJ Simpson,
O.J.
Sam.
Simpson.
Jesus Christ. Show some fucking
He's-
respect for one.
Actually dead, not like Chicoche.
Yeah, he died looking for the killer.
All right. Great stuff.
We'll fire them, OJ.
I can't. We were talking. Tan, you kind of set this up as, hey, we're going to talk about the 2010s. And we didn't really elaborate on what that meant. So it's not.
No, first of all, I suggested a different topic. And then Sam was like, I think 2010s in general is fine. I suggested a much more concise topic.
All right, let's go with your topic now, because I don't fucking know what we're going to talk about.
I'm not
I wasn't ready for your topic, so go. No one was.
I'm not ready for my topic.
What's your topic?
I had suggested we go through the first ever Always Berry Tanners from 2015.
Hold up.
And rebook it.
That seems like a lot of work, Tanner.
Yeah, so let's talk about a whole decade in 30 minutes.
Let's talk about a whole decade in 30 minutes. So, anyway, I think what we gotta talk about is we got the formerly known as Always Berry Tanners coming up, and kind of just got like broad thoughts and I guess predictions, maybe, of how we feel like some things are gonna fare as we get closer to that, as well as the VP 2010s.
So pretty much talk about our real shooters and shot callers.
You want to talk about GCW?
You know it, Dan. Hold on. I need to focus on Dan here for a second. Dan, are you
looking right in the eye?
What the fuck are you doing?
What do you mean? I'm living my life.
It sounds like you're being held at gunpoint.
No, there's no gun points here.
It sounds like you're really close to your mic and you're being held at gunpoint.
Oh, I can back up.
Dan.
The way you said not at gunpoint made it implied like at some sort of point of a weapon.
It's a knife. It's a knife. It's not a gun, and it's fine.
Oh my fucking god! Is Dan? Just say yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Is OJ there?
Chico Che is.
Oh fuck!
Oh hell yeah! Can I come over too?
I've been inviting you all over forever.
Chico Che versus, hold on. Chico Che versus OJ Simpson match.
Two dead people.
One's alive.
Congrats, OJ.
It's not Chico Che.
Anywho, Dan, you big GCW fan of the 2010s? Were you on that train?
I can't imagine.
What were you doing the 2010s?
No. Were people big GCW fans in the 2010s?
Oh, let me tell you.
Their best year ever is like 2016.
People love Gage versus Tremont series for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's
true.
That's like all-timer stuff.
All-timer stuff?
Yeah.
I think we just use words now. It's just crazy. I mean, I don't know. Like,
I don't think that's a hot take.
I remember enjoying that stuff, but like, that doesn't stick with me.
Jesus Christ, Dan the Stickler Rice.
No, I do think.
I mean, I'm looking at these GCW shows from
like legitimate
the 2010s.
That huge. Sorry.
I mean, I see. Okay, so you got Joey Janela versus Shane Douglas. That sounds great. The Hit Squad versus Chris Dickinson and Leo Rush.
You haven't said a bad match yet.
Joey Janela versus Sexy Eddie.
Hell yeah.
Jimmy Lloyd versus Brendan Kirk. I can see why this is probably promotion of the decade.
Has Jimmy Lloyd been around that long?
A lot of G Raver.
What year is that card you're looking at?
That was 2016.
Holy fuck. Jimmy Lloyd's been around for almost a decade?
Dude, he's been different for a long time.
Damn. I remember the first person I ever heard talk about Jimmy Lloyd was Sam. And Sam said, it's like somebody made a video game character in real life. And I remember reading that and going, yeah, I got to get out of the Wazim cast.
Didn't Jimmy Lloyd win the inaugural clusterfuck?
I was there, and I don't know.
But are we really saying? Is someone going to be saying that a promotion that existed for half of the 2010s and it was putting on that stuff is promotion of the decade?
I mean, no promotion was great the whole 10 years.
I mean, it didn't exist for 5 of the years.
The answer
I guess maybe in wrestling is maybe like a leg up.
Yeah, I was about to say that puts them at an advantage.
Yeah, like is there a promotion that was came out in 2019? It was good that year. That's probably gonna win.
Yeah, AEW.
There are like 3 promotions that lasted the decade that you would say were good throughout the decade, or at least
Sam's about to say 3 wrong promotions. My mentions.
No, I'm not saying. I was like, is there? Because like I don't think there are. Like,
I mean,
someone say New Japan.
As far as online, the consensus goes, I think you can't argue that New Japan were not hot nearly the entire decade. From like mid 2011, 2012 through the end of the decade, I think they were consistently the most talked about promotion within our circles. I don't think there's any denying that. Even if all of the stuff in ring didn't hit for me, there's just no denying that people really fucked with that promotion for most of the decade.
Fuck you. Stop putting this to the group think. I want you to say, what are your promotions that you thought were good?
For the whole decade?
For the whole decade. They don't need to be great.
Progress Wrestling.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, they didn't have the cheeky little buggers yet. I will say early Progress was good. Like it was
Yeah, you're a big Pastor William Ever fan.
he wasn't on early Progress. I'm talking like when they bought like Samoa Joe over.
Big El Ligero fan.
Okay, maybe you know what? My answer is DDT.
Big Martin Kirby fan.
I don't
So
know.
far,
I would
Big
actually
Top
say-
makes me think maybe wrestling's not that great.
Yeah.
Is what I'm finding out.
Big top of the week, wrestling. Is it over?
Or is it ever not? But no, even like promotions that just like maybe not even just not bad throughout the decade.
I mean, I would say DDT for the entire 2010s was never actively bad and had some extremely high highs.
How are people going to feel when I say Evolve?
Well, they went around the whole decade,
Evolve's
didn't
a good one. I mean, Evolve had some bad shows, but I mean,
They also had Evolve 10 tribute to the arena. So
So I mean,
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
high.
yep, they had that. I mean, man, I don't know, because Evolve had some of my favorite matches of like the 2010s. I mean,
man, they almost last like just.
they almost
Barely.
last the whole
They
decade.
do
too.
last the
They're
whole
like,
decade. But that would also imply that let's look at the last show of 2019 for Evolve.
there's no way Evolve was running in 2019.
It was running in 2020. This 2019 show is a show.
It has Matt Sydal versus Kurt Stallion. Walter versus Josh Briggs in the main event. So
What?
Dan's a big fan here of this whole situation.
Huh?
There's actually 2 Josh Briggs matches on the show. I can see why he's a fan.
Oh, I can see why Gabe is shilling Bitcoin now or acting classes, whatever the fuck he's doing.
He's actually turned
loser.
all the
Twitter
way
Spaces?
around to promoting like indie seminars again. But and the guys that is he pretending he still works for the WWE? That's what seems to be the implication to me.
Yeah, but no, because he gave a okay. I remember before I deleted my account that he gave a shout out to Triple H, saying, "Hey, shout out Triple H for joining my Twitter space."
Shout him out.
I got worried that Steve Carino got fired because he got announced for like a meet and greet near me in October. I guess they're just letting him go out and do that.
Yeah, I mean, he wrestled Colby whenever that was last year. Or 2 years ago.
I have never seen him pop up at a signing until a couple days ago, and I thought maybe he got fired.
No, he's still working, brother. He's working a program with Punk in the summer. We take that to the bank.
I will not.
2.75 interest rate, brother.
If you were going to send me your ballot today for VP 2010s, where does CM Punk rank?
Not.
Does
Oh
it?
well.
Not. That's
Fuck. I don't know. I mean, shit. I mean, maybe this is a more interesting question because Punk had a lot of shitty stuff in the 2010s, especially like his ending year with WWE. How many, like, what's the bare minimum somebody can do to theoretically make your top 100 of the decade?
I mean, you want GCW's promotion of the year, and they're there for half, and Punk's there for half.
Well, I don't think GCW's promotion of the decade ever. I mean, they're probably in the conversation just because they ran a lot, but I don't think they're in the conversation. Like Punk, I don't know. Like Punk, like yeah, the 2011 stuff is like great. I mean, has the Danielson stuff in 2012, has the Brock match in 2013. So I mean, he's got like great stuff. I just don't know if it's enough for a whole, and also missed the last 6 years of the decade. So I don't know if it really puts it together there.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I actually don't know if he makes my ballot because it's like you got a lot of bad stuff in here too, a lot of Ryback stuff. And Dolph
Yeah,
Ziggler.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
you have
my
a lot of
haters.
good stuff.
What'd you say?
I said you have a lot of good stuff because Ryback's my number one.
There you
Who's your number
go.
one?
There you go.
All right.
But I think Punk's an interesting one just because, like, hey, he has some of the all-time good stuff in there. But also,
Is there a obvious number one like that I'm missing? Like who is? What are you guys predicting?
That's kind of what I wanted to ask because, like, offhand, I couldn't even tell you who my number one is.
I mean,
Like-
like guys like Black Terry, Danielson, they pop in my head, but I don't know that either one of them is like a slam dunk.
I don't
think Danielson sniffs my number one. To be,
I don't
completely honest.
think Black Terry. I would want Black Terry to be a favorite, but I don't think.
I meant
Unfortunately,
more for
there are
our
a lot of
ballot.
racists.
I know
out
that
there.
people are gonna have stupid ballots. I meant more for like the correct ballots, like R4.
I mean, I guess it's like, what are you looking for? Consistent quality through the whole decade, or somebody with just extremely high highs that doesn't drop too far into the shit? I guess.
Tanner, that's a great question. I have no idea. I think
Because, like,
when we get to the
like,
top,
honestly,
I need a little bit of both.
like honestly, I don't think they're my number one. Just because I don't think I can point to a single year in the decade they'd be my wrestler of the year. But a guy like Sheamus is going to do extremely well on my ballot. Like, all-time TV worker that really finds themselves early in the decade. I don't think Sheamus ever misses any significant time in the 2010s that I can remember. Like, he's there the whole time and wrestles probably close to 50 or 60 matches that made tape every year for the decade. I mean, and had great shit with a fucking plethora of people. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think he makes my number one, but I mean, I can't help to think that he's not going to be extremely high on my list.
How? I mean, is it AJ? Is it AJ?
Ooh,
Because I mean,
AJ's a good shout.
like there's still some, like, it's not his best stuff at the tail end of the TNA run, but there's some good stuff with like Kurt Angle in those last few years, and then he's got those years in New Japan, and then he does some really cool stuff in the Indies. He's got the Jimmy Rave match.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's got like the first few years of the WWE run. He's got like the Cena matches.
That's a good shout,
It's a-
Chris.
It's a really interesting case because I mean, AJ, like, his New Japan run is phenomenal. Like, no pun
Hey,
intended.
no, you meant it. Oh, man, it may be. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with what AJ was. When does AJ leave TNA? 2012?
2014.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Yeah, that might be tough.
Then I don't know. That might be a tougher sell. I do agree with everything you said that AJ's indie run is phenomenal. The ROH stuff is great. The New Japan stuff is awesome. His first, I would say all of his WWE stuff within the 2010s is like, I mean, goddamn, he got a watchable program out of Chris Jericho. Like, that was good. Like, I don't know. It may be AJ, but I'm just not familiar enough with early 10s TNA to want to commit to that. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of fucking Bully Ray matches.
Yeah, if he went to New Japan like 1 year earlier, I think it would be like a no doubter.
Yeah, but he's in New Japan pretty quick, right? Or
Yeah,
does he not?
I mean, he's there for two full years.
Yeah.
He's there in 2014 and 2015, and then he works his last Wrestle Kingdom in 2016.
And then 2016.
With that great Shinsuke Nakamura match.
Yeah, that Nakamura match does rock. I don't know.
What do we think about Chris Hero? Does he have too much time where he disappears in WWE?
I think he has too much time where he disappears. Like, you just period.
Well, he wrestles every year. Some of it was in NXT where no one could see it.
I don't know. I mean, to me, Hero does have like 2 really fucking great years where he's probably undoubtedly the best wrestler in the world 2 years in a row. So, I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, I'm sure none of you have thought about this because I haven't yet. But like, if you take your wrestlers of the year from 2010 to 2019, like, do you think any of those guys are your number one? I mean, that would be a quick way to narrow it down, but I'm not sure if I did that any of those would be my number one.
Who would not be your number one?
Like if you look at your like 2010 to 2019 wrestler of the year list.
Okay.
And you take your number one, are any of those number ones your number one for the decade? Or does everybody just kind of have they'll hit that high, but they had a pretty significant drop off?
I'm going to guess one of them would make it. Now, I'd have to do like, hey, who are my number ones of each year? But my guess is one of them ends up taking my spot.
I don't think number one on any of the award shows we ever did is my number one.
Well, yeah, we had fucking bad winners. So, what do you want from that process?
I don't know. I'm interested to see where the discussion goes first because, like, I mean, I watched a ton of wrestling in the 2010s. Like, I mean, like specifically 2011 to 2019. I would say 2010 may be my biggest blind spot in general, just because I didn't get into like the indies and Puro and stuff till 2011. But I'm interested to see like where people kind of land in their watching first, or if people go back to like, especially like the older nerds like us that probably do have spreadsheets dating back to like 2012 that are like, well, let me see what I thought in 2012 and see how that goes. I'm interested to see where the conversation goes because like we were talking the other day and like Shakara got bought up. I don't know if I've ever seen like 15 matches from Shakara. Like,
time to watch up.
So like,
the Chikara draft won't draft itself.
Rotten rewatch when the Chikara, whatever.
If you start in 2010s, it's
Every
much
other
more
week.
manageable.
Sure, but I'm just like, is there anything in 2010 Shakara I need to watch outside of like the Kingston stuff? Because that is the stuff I've seen.
Time to watch. Time to learn ice cream, buddy.
Oh yeah, I feel like Los Ice Creams.
You gotta watch some Green Ant / Silver Ant.
I don't think I do.
Come on.
That's hot sauce.
Yeah, Tracy Williams gotta make the list. Come on, man. Oh man, you don't like Tracy Williams?
Don't. I like Tracy Williams.
Get him off the
when
fucking show.
When he is in the ring.
When he's an ant.
When he's in the ring with the better. Do y'all remember that Twitter controversy that somebody got really mad that somebody outed? I think it was Voices of Wrestling that outed Tracy Williams as Silver Ant. And people got really
Brandon
mad
Stroud got really mad about that.
God damn, that was awesome.
Totally normal guy.
Man, that was awesome.
normal dude. Brandon
Hasn't done
Stroud.
nothing wrong.
You already said the Kingston stuff, but Kingston versus Drew Gulak is like one of my go-to rewatches.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, oops. But you know he's a good guy too, Drew Gulak.
Jesus Christ, I don't know if I would have said that, Dan.
He's better than his brother.
Yeah. Well, okay. I don't know him, so.
So you think Rory Gulak's a better guy? All right, we.
I think they're both bad people.
Oof.
I don't.
But are they violent people?
Just you, Dan. In this instant, I renounce my co-ownership of this.
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot what Drew Gulak did till I said his name. It's just a match I like.
It's a good match. Don't worry about it.
But Tracy Williams does not make my 100 probably.
What about Mark
Angelo
Angelo
probably doesn't make mine.
Mr. Touchdown.
Who?
Mr. Touchdown. Mark
I'm
Angelo
not talking. we're done talking about fucking Shakara.
Dasher Hatfield? How do you feel about Kodama? Anyway,
Tanner, how do you feel about missile assault ant, the ant that blew up a bus full of school children?
Is that for shoot?
That's
lore.
That is like kayfabe. That is Shikara kayfabe. That missile assault ant blew up a bus full of school children.
That rocks, honestly.
My 5 predictions who's going to take it. Number 1, not who I care about, but because I like to just guess where the sickos' heads brains are at. Not the good sickos, like they're like not good people.
No, I feel like with us doing a decade project, we're like the people that are like, oh, I'm just going to submit this list. I feel like we're going to weed them out.
I don't know. So I'm guessing.
It's gonna be Okada or
I'm guessing
someone.
Okada, Omega. Osprey is like my number 1. That's probably gonna do it.
Oh
no, it's not gonna be Osprey.
It's not gonna be Osprey. I don't know.
A lot of the people in our in the violent people Discord who like Osprey like him more recently, and they think a lot of his junior stuff sucks.
Yeah, which is, I mean, true.
Correct. Yeah.
except for Will Ospreay versus Jimmy Havoc. 203 follows special guest referee Paul Robinson, which is one of the best matches of all time.
I was actually going to give a real suggestion. Shibata and Ospreay had a match in 2016 that I thought rocked, but
I was dead serious.
All I know is he was always highly ranked for the We Don't Wrestling 100. So I would be...
Yeah, because you got all the fucking losers to vote.
All right. Like you?
I don't think I ever voted in one.
That's verifiably untrue. Or Walter. Walter is on that list of potential number 1 guys.
I could see it.
Cena.
I don't
No
see
way
it.
Cena ends number 1.
You don't think Cena has a chance?
No. At number 1, no. Top 10, maybe. Number 1, no. I mean, he's pretty much not active the last 3 years of the decade.
All right, Koro, if you're listening, get working on those recommended matches, buddy, because we're going to be putting some long hours here.
Yeah.
Anyone we've named so far, you can just assume they're going to be in the top 100. So just, if you can pull about 20 or so matches per them, we'll be in. Thanks, man.
Yeah, the rollout's not going to be till fucking January, so you got time. But this is going to have to be your full-time 40-hour-a-week job till then.
Don't
Get
forget
ready to learn
recommended matches
spreadsheet,
either.
buddy. Yeah, get ready to learn Excel filters.
What about a guy like Lesnar who has 50 matches in the decade? Less?
Ooh.
I think he's like a top 50 guy. He ain't up there.
Yeah, I mean,
Lesnar also has the there are gonna be people who don't vote for Lesnar because of allegations.
yes.
Oh, I'm only talking up Sex Pets today. That's cool.
Yeah. So, okay, seriously, I'm asking not as a bit. So a guy like David Starr was extremely highly rated in the second half of the 2010s. Do you think, despite, I mean, there's probably a lot of people we talk to that's probably never even seen a David Starr match because of everything that came out. But do you think he sniffs the list? Because he was probably a top 10 guy for 4 years.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he sniffs the list.
I don't think those matches are going to age particularly well for a lot of people anyway, if they do watch them.
Yeah, I would agree. Maybe the Orange Cassidy match, but I think that's more of a Cassidy thing and not a Star thing.
Yeah, even putting baggage aside, I don't think he would have a chance.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
He's also another guy that started he started late in the decade, even if he didn't have allegations. He didn't start getting buzz until the middle of the decade.
Way better canceled guys in the decade.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
do you think Do you?
He'd probably be top 10 bodybuilder. You know,
Probably.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. I still
Really-
can't. I still actually don't believe that's him.
Do
in
we
the picture.
consider MAGA
I'll send you
Butcher?
more pictures.
Biden Butcher? Do you consider him canceled, or has he reached non-cancelable status?
I don't think he wrestled in the decade much. What he has? What 10 matches?
Brother, he had a
maybe?
match with.
No, he has way more than that.
There was a match I watched: Necro Butcher versus BJ Whitmer from IWA East Coast. That I forgot to mention. It's not very good.
Yeah, Necro worked the first half of the decade.
I know he worked 0-1 in like 2011 because he had a Masato Tanaka match that fucking rocks. But I thought he disappeared like 2012.
Also, it's like a top 10 AIW match in the decade. Slash AIW period. Against actual canceled wrestler Chris Dickinson.
Necro Butcher versus Chris Dickinson happened in AIW in the early 2010s.
No, 2009.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Okay.
Well, never mind.
No, that's 2013.
Oh, really?
Oh, so Dave was just fucking
fucked.
pulling shit out of his ass.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
AIW
wait, wait.
They
fan my
also
ass.
wrestled in 2000.
They wrestled more than once.
Okay.
Well, which one's the good? Because now I'm like curious to see like 2013 Necro.
I
But
have.
if it sucks, I'm not gonna watch it.
You're
They're
gonna make.
probably both good.
Well, I can't watch anything from 2009 for the next 8 months. So it's
Until we
illegal.
start doing the VP 100 2000s.
VP 2000s next year.
Whatever.
Oh man. I was gonna ask though, kind of piggybacking off of that. Before I think we move away from big top of the week.
Big sloppy top.
Do you think there's a guy or any wrestler that has like no allegations or anything, but just work has aged so extremely poorly that they are going to drop a ton from the highs that they were at in the 2010s? Like, you think just going back and watching it, you'll just be like, I don't like this as much as I did 7 years ago.
I don't know until I do the
Shit.
work, Tanner. I don't know until I do the work.
I don't think I knew that Nick Gage was from Salt Lake City.
Utah?
Yeah. According to Striga.
Mm,
Kind of takes away some of the aura, if I'm being totally honest.
mm.
I'm curious
I was
kinda
a big,
what match is going to pick up steam as far as like, hey, what is like one of these crown jewels? Like, hey, damn, didn't even think about them. But now we've really analyzed something that wasn't being talked about by, I don't know how many people are going to vote, but let's say 50 people.
I'm going to say a Big Japan is going to see a resurgence unlike anything it has ever seen if people can find matches from the 2010s.
Is
I
it
think a lot of
though?
that stuff's out there.
Yeah, like the strong 6-man tags from like 2014 to 16, 17. I think people are going to watch those. And I think there's such a revelation even still, because I think even watching like what they did in latter years, like it just doesn't have the same intensity. I mean, the kids today don't know about Shinobu.
I don't know if people are
They
that
don't-
soft to not already consider these matches like great. These are not under discussed things. Big Japan was one of the.
I don't think they're under discussed, but I mean, okay, so I'm talking from the viewpoint of our Discord skews to a younger fan. Okay.
So do you think Sakamoto finishes high then?
I think both Sakamoto and Okabayashi finish high. I think Sakamoto probably
Oh,
finishes higher.
Sakamoto's gonna finish pretty high.
Yes, Sakamoto's. I would wager top 30.
Sakamoto finished high in the 2023 VP 100.
Yeah,
Like, he finished
yeah,
way higher than I anticipated.
yeah.
for that.
Sakamoto still has a lot of clout now.
We're talking about Sakamoto's peak for 2010s.
yeah.
Sakamoto also a 2010s AIW guy. So there we go.
Wow. That's probably what gave him the inspiration to have one of the best matches of the decade with Shuji Ishikawa.
Give him one of the bumps.
Well, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm interested to see where the conversation goes first. Like, what are people starting? Like, are people just going to be like, all right, let's just see how much of this shit I can watch in 6.5 months, or are people going to be like, okay, I'm going to start with 2016 CMLL? Like, I don't know. I'm just super interested to see where people decide to launch like their quote unquote research with, because there's a million different directions they can take.
Anyway, GWE
I started in
is in 2026. So I also want to see like, hey, this is sort of a snapshot of where you're at for this decade. It's part of the process. It's not the complete end of thing. I do want
I think a project like this is a great companion piece to something like GWE.
Yeah.
Because it gets you thinking in the bigger space of like just a regular wrestler of the year list, where you actually take a whole decade of time and be like, okay, so I mean, chances are your top 10 wrestlers of the decade for the 2010s are all probably going to face or place fairly highly on your GWE list. So I mean, it does help a lot. Also, just gives you again, talking about how our Discord skews younger. Like, there's like 21-year-olds in our Discord. Okay, 2016 they would have been what, 13?
I think there are people in our Discord that can't drink.
There definitely is. There's definitely people under 21 in our Discord. That's what I'm saying.
You were talking about GM&M.
So, Sam talking about like, oh, these matches have been talked about. That's fine. They were talked about by Gen X. These fucking Gen Alpha, Gen Z kids have not talked about fucking Yoshihito Sasaki. Like, they don't know about it. They don't know about the Big Japan resurgence in the mid 2010s. They don't. I don't know. There's people in our Discord that don't even know what the fuck Evolve is.
That's not true.
That's fucked up.
I mean, but it's true. I mean, they may know what it is, but they definitely have never seen any of it.
I'm gonna get Dave on it.
They don't even.
I don't trust this.
God, they don't even know about Jarek 120.
They definitely don't.
Watching.
They definitely don't know that one. I'll believe that.
I barely.
I stopped watching Ring of Honor in the 2010s, but like, there's a guy like Jay Briscoe. Does he have enough stuff there? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, Jay Briscoe is definitely the guy that I was still watching Ring of Honor in the 2010s for.
Yeah, I think Jay Briscoe's going to get high. He's
the guy that I would dip back in for too. Like, okay, they're Briscoe's versus the War Machine or stuff like that. But
I don't think he'll be the
stuff I missed.
I don't think he'll be the highest rated like ROH guy. I would think that honor probably goes to Roddy.
Oh yeah,
but I think Jay.
Well, Roddy's got all of, like, the PWG stuff too.
I mean, that's true. Like, talking about, I mean, Roderick has his career year in 2015 where he's like, I mean, probably the wrestler of the year that year. Man,
he's got Evolve stuff.
Yeah, I mean, has one of my favorite Evolve matches ever. That impromptu like 30-minute match with Zack Sabre Jr. It fucking is incredible, and it's like 120 degrees in the building because they immediately come out and they're gassed. God, it's so fucking good. But I don't know. Like, it's so many directions people can take. I mean, I'm also interested to see how people weigh quantity versus quality. I mean, if you're
where do you put your Wotans? Where do you put your Yuki Ishikawas?
Yeah.
Where do you put your like Keita Yanos?
Yeah, like guys that may tape 30, 40, 50 times in the whole decade versus guys that maybe didn't hit those peaks. But talking about a guy like Sheamus who probably has 600-700 matches from that, like, I'm just interested to see how people weigh that kind of stuff. I think, I mean, y'all would know more. Has there ever been like a sort of widespread effort for a Decades project? Like, widespread as in more than like two people on a forum doing
the
it?
DVD VR 80s project.
Okay,
but not in terms of wrestlers. That's what's always in terms of matches.
That was matches.
That's true.
So shut the fuck up, Dan. What the hell are you talking about?
All right,
don't
I just feel like it's crazy to not mention that.
No, that admittedly much more intense than this is going to be. because
Oh yeah,
that was across.
yeah. That was those guys' jobs. None of them worked for like 3 years.
I was gonna say something, but it was gonna be mean, so I'm not gonna say it for once. But no,
Well,
that went on for years, and they would all watch the exact same thing and cover that in depth. For us, we're gonna be doing this 6 months. That's what it's gonna really come down to.
Well, I also think the assumption is people have already seen a lot of the good shit from last decade.
Yeah, we're not like unearthing footage here.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some 2010 stuff that has probably fallen super under the radar that will get unearthed through this project and to at least a broader light. So I'm excited for that, and like Sam said, I'm interested to see where that fucking comes from. Like, is it going to be Crazy Zocco versus Kata Yano from Unemployment Pro in front of fucking 4 people in a basement?
Oh God, watch Kata Yano versus 326.
Oh yeah, that match is also fucking phenomenal.
That's already on the list.
Yeah, it's already on it's already on our match of the decade list. But yeah, I don't know. I'm interested. Is there a world where John Cena and Kata Yano are back-to-back spots on this list? Yes.
As long as Kata Yano's in front of him, I'm good with that.
So I don't know. I'm really interested to see. I mean, God, just thinking about all the different directions people can go. Like,
I'm thinking about the Danshoku Dino versus Gentaro gay or straight match.
yup.
Y'all ever see that match? I'm going Bucky mode. Y'all ever see that match?
I'm going Bucky mode.
Bucky would not be talking about a match. It'd be some random promo or a movie.
No, he talked about matches too, and he if he's never seen it, he would love the Danshoku Dino versus Gentaro gay or straight match.
I mean, that sounds awesome. I will watch it. Man. Well, is that it for Big Top?
That's for topic of the week. That is, I think that wraps it up for this. But Tanner, what time is it?
It's time for everybody's favorite segment of VPR, the Wacky Line. Y'all like that?
Blue.
I've been working on it all.
That hurt my ears a little bit.
Yeah! Hold on. Here. Let me. I'll do it.
That was harder than I thought it would be. Sorry.
Yeah, you're screaming right now.
Who?
Really excited.
You.
No, that was an air horn, Chris. I wasn't screaming. God damn. Whew. Ooh, it's 8:56, y'all. Dude. Dan has to make whole new segments of this show so it can be posted. Am I reading the questions?
Yeah.
You're the question master, I thought.
Yeah, I guess
you
that's
called
true.
yourself that
Yeah, I guess that's true.
repeatedly.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think which question I want to ask first. I'll ask this question first. Question from longtime listener Henry. Once again. 2 weeks in a row. I can't find the fucking question. Okay, here it is. What is your go-to wrestling theme song for listening for fun and enjoyment? Sam also said, I think we're all going to have the same answer. So I'm interested to hear Sam's answer first.
It's Limp Bizkit's Rolling.
Oh, yeah, but that doesn't fucking count.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it counts.
I was assuming we were like going for original for like Cult of Personality doesn't count. Roland doesn't count.
We did not disclaim this going in.
Well, I mean,
Well, those are just regular songs. Those
Sam,
exist.
if you're voting for video game soundtrack of the year, are you voting Saints Row the fucking third?
I'm voting Madden every single year up until 2007.
Yeah.
And then it goes to college.
Okay. All the way up till 2000. Okay. Well, fuck me, I guess. I would say, God, I don't know. Subconscious is really good. I don't know. Go Ace kind of grew on me. I don't know. Probably most of New Japan's theme songs, honestly.
So if we're talking about songs that are from like were recorded by other bands but used as themes for wrestlers, I think my most listened to song might be Whatever by Our Lady Peace.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
It's a good song.
Is it?
Yeah, it rocks.
Okay.
But Dave Meltzer would call me a twisted person for listening to it.
Fucking Big Show's theme.
Big Show's theme rocks. If we're talking about like original for wrestling songs, I don't like listen to wrestling themes very often other than while watching wrestling. But Big Show's theme makes me smile. So does his AEW theme.
It's not as good.
New Room, New View rocks, actually. I always smile thinking about the American Males theme song.
When I was in middle school, I thought The Glass Shatters by Disturbed was top tier.
Okay.
Saying I was listening to that on my walk to school, get hyped up.
I mean, I don't listen to a lot of wrestling music, nor have I.
Yeah, I say that's the real answer. Is yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm throwing this on, but if I hear it, I'm like, man, that's a fucking banger.
I do wake up every morning and listen to Real American, but
Oh yeah, obviously.
Oh,
mean, especially January 6th, 2021, right, Dan?
Does that cover?
How do you delete your Twitter?
I'm dragging down and it hurts inside.
I mean, for real though, Real American does fucking rock.
Real American is sick.
It's a great fucking song.
Was that made for wrestling?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was like written for Hulk Hogan because Jimmy Hart was friends with Rick Derringer.
Hell yeah! All right.
Oh, another theme. NWO theme. Also a banger.
Trust you.
What do you've never heard it?
I've heard you, but I don't know if I'd call it a banger.
Okay. Next question from PTO. Question for VP Radio. Should wrestlers, in parentheses, who are capable of it, tan/bronze/etc. How tan is too tan? How pale is too pale? We found that answer out earlier. Is that right, Dan? Cite examples. This is very important. There is a such thing as too tan. I had some examples. I have since lost those pictures. But speaking of Real American, Hulk Hogan should not be the shade that he is throughout the night.
No, he should. It's
Wow, that was like the only wrong answer I think you could have said.
Yeah, like
Of all people, you're calling out the Hulkster.
Yeah, you know what? I'll say it.
Up.
I guess I'm the only one brave enough here to take him down.
I think he's the only wrestler I accept as tan. All other wrestlers, I think, should de-tan.
yeah, every wrestler should look like Sheamus,
Yes, true. 100%.
Oh, I wish.
I can let them borrow some sunscreen.
except Hulk Hogan.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of a wrestler I would say is too pale. I mean,
That's not an accusation that I throw around.
yeah. I mean, a wrestler gets in the ring, you're too white. I'm like, what? I don't know.
Yeah, if you're a white wrestler, I want you to be a ghost. I want you to be
like Danielson is very white, but it adds to his aura as a wrestler because when somebody chops him, it shows up real good.
But yeah, even someone like Walter, I think he's tanned too much. Because as a young child, he was a blubbery, pasty thing. And now he's just got a little tan on him, and it's just too much. I want less.
Yeah, that's what Ozempic does to you, though.
Is that steroid?
Are you shooting?
Yeah.
You don't
I'm
know what
shooting
Ozempic
Ozempic?
is?
No.
It's the
You're
fucking.
like the one person in the world that doesn't know what
It's like the diabetic medicine everybody got prescribed,
To lose weight.
like to lose weight.
Oh.
Take Ozempic and do some Zen, and you're
Have
gonna
you
get
seen,
thinner.
have you seen Post Malone like recently?
Have you seen Jonah Hill recently?
Oh yeah, Jonah Hill's a good one.
Well, there's this New York
Like-
Times article from 2022. I'll get to that later. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, if
Sam, have you lived under a fucking rock? I mean, how long have you been cleaning your fucking pool? You never heard of Ozempic?
How would I hear about Ozempic?
Because you are on the internet. I mean, I don't fucking know.
Never heard of it. First time for everything, though. Thanks for educating
Wow,
me here, folks. On
Kind of
Vancouver
crazy
Radio.
that Sam.
it is why so many actors in Hollywood right now look like that. Like once you read that article, it will make sense to you.
I'm just. Anybody else find it suspicious that Sam knows a lot about what happened on January 6th and didn't know about Ozempic? I'll probably correlate those two later.
We're gonna create a chart of how funny Tanner's January 6th reference have gotten since we started the podcast. They're
buddy.
negative 20 right now.
Yeah, it's
Nah, they're starting every week.
I think he's calling. Now I think maybe he's calling you like a fat MAGA. I don't really even understand.
Who the fuck is this? Jesus Christ, Dan.
Sorry, Dan was posting David Starr bodybuilding pics into the Discord again.
oh my god. Oh, this is sickening.
It's not good.
You're welcome.
I don't like it.
Jesus Christ. You know what? Speaking of,
The hairline's
this is
fucked.
too tan. Hairline is fucked,
Everything is fucked.
but this is
Tell
too
me
tan.
you wouldn't, if that was in the thumbnail of a wrestling match, that you wouldn't click on it.
No, hold on.
I'm watching.
I would
that. I'm
report
watching that.
them to the FBI.
What's funny is some of his pictures, he censors out his bulge, but in these he's okay with it.
Well, you know. Is everybody ready for the last wacky line question of the week?
Let's do it.
This is from No More Mutants on Twitter. Question for the podcast. If you died, what matches would you want on your tribute show a la Dean? And what matches would your friends actually book? Definitely y'all would book some absolute dog shit, disgusting trash, bullshit ass match wrestling card. But in actuality, I thought about this earlier. So my cousin and I briefly attempted to run a backyard fed in 2012. I would want you to contact my first cousin, who I've not talked to in 5 years, and I would I'd want him to wrestle. A hardcore guy, maybe like an Alex Colon. Oh, fucking Danny D'Amato. Yeah, book my cousin versus Danny.
Sick. I love that match.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Bring in violence is forever too, I guess.
Whatever.
y'all, hey,
I don't
I'm fucking gone. Y'all can book whatever you want.
Book my female cousin against David Starr. Maybe
Jesus Christ.
put Josh Bishop on there somewhere, but I don't know. Oh, you could put Sammy Callahan. He's a really good guy.
Oh, is this Sam's?
No,
Tribute show?
that's what I'll do on Sam's. Yeah, Sam, if you die, I'm booking Sammy Callahan.
Man.
Oh, Sammy, we're putting Sammy. He's booking the show.
Honestly, that's what we should.
He's a really good booker.
No. We shouldn't book our match. We should be booking each other's matches that we would be putting on their shows.
I can do that. I'm ready. I have all three of my answers.
Okay, Dan, I'm actually very
That was
excited
so
to hear
quick.
about
That was
this.
so quick.
He couldn't figure out his own,
for
but he's ready for ours.
Is he going to
For-
kill us? He already had him.
for my buddy Sam, dearly departed, I would book Sammy Callahan versus Up in Smoke in a handicap match. That's the main event for Sam. 2CW offer match. For my buddy Dan, I'm going Hillbilly Jim versus Ian Rotten, rest in peace. And for Chris, I'm booking Damus versus Sam.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Sam, get ready to run those ropes, brother.
I don't want to. I'm dead.
No, not in Chris's. I can't. We can't. We don't have the funds to do 2 tribute shows.
You're creating a multiverse
you
of tribute
have
shows.
to be alive. You have to be alive. Would you not work a match with Damus if offered?
No, I'd be very afraid.
Why? I mean, you've already worked him once.
He looks very terrifying.
And if you die, we'll just run another show. Fine.
Oh, it's like an infinite money glitch.
We just have
death.
Kill one of us.
Wow. We'll never run out of things to talk about if we all die.
So Dan's has to be like main evented by Josh Bishop, and it can't be John Thorne, even if I want it to be John Thorne. It does.
I think it can.
Does Duke still wrestle?
He definitely is still a thing.
All right, that's the main event of your show. At least it's on there.
For sure.
I was trying to figure out what was on that Raw that Chris went to as his first show. Is there anyone that's a free agent that we can book from there, like the Dudleys versus somebody?
You don't think
Man versus Corporate Kane?
Love it.
You don't think WWE would let Kane work the show as a favor?
We tell him Chris died, they might.
Yeah. Oh, Chris from Muscle Orchestra and VPR died? Who do you need? You need Seth freaking Rollins?
Thank you for honoring me by booking Seth freaking Rollins versus Big Con.
God, that match would rock.
Yeah, Big Con's going over.
Of course.
And I'll book Wotan, but I'm going to make sure it doesn't make tape. I'm going to say I'll record it and not do it.
Dan puts the fucking cap on the camera during the live stream.
I'll open the recording app and be like, that's too hard. Exit.
But Chris will be watching from heaven.
Beautiful.
Wow. Well, I guess I'm never dying. Nobody has a match for me, I guess.
Everyone start booking for Tanner. You like too many things.
I mean, everything he sees is, 5
stars.
That's not
it's a
true.
goddamn classic.
I do not like everything. Did you not?
Whatever. I'll just run the show in the South and you'll love it. It doesn't matter who's on it.
That's not true. Several bad promotions in the South.
Name them. Publicly shame them.
I'm
sorry, now. Fuck you.
Oh, I guess I could do like a bodybuilding contest and get David Starr in.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
instead of doing a wrestling show.
Yeah, I guess you fucking
just get him and Luger.
I'm booking Tank versus Top Dollar.
Oh my
fuck
god!
Yeah! Fuck yeah! For the Impact Digital Media Championship.
Oh man, the
That's
Discord's
right.
popping right now with this information. I do not like it.
I'm just imagining Tank with that fucking title and Tommy Dreamer coming out and challenging him for it immediately after the show.
That sounds good. So,
Damn.
I'm trying to think of a match for Dom. I feel like there's got to be something there, but it's got to be funnier than like Dom versus Q. That's not fun. No one cares about that match.
Just book him against my cousin. Is this for me?
Just book everyone against.
How many matches can your cousin work on the show?
He'll be dead after.
I said I would book him against Danny. I mean, I would assume y'all would only book him once, but he'd probably work for free, so you could probably do him twice. He also lives in Idaho, so pretty hard to get a hold of.
We're not paying for flights from Idaho. He's gonna have to drive in.
All right, bro. You got a carload you can bring?
Anyone else from Idaho that we want to book?
Dude, honestly though, so our idea for our wrestling promotion, we're going to get a lot of the we were teenagers, we were like 13. We were going to get a lot of like the people our age that were doing like Taekwondo, like the fucking local Tiger Dojo to come and wrestle, like just our regular friends. And we were going to get them to like beat the shit out of them. But say backyard wrestling. Yeah, man. Youth.
Maybe just
so it's gonna be
Tank,
Cruel.
book one of the other tanks.
Cruel versus El Ligero. That sounds like a good match for Tanner.
Well, I'll see you in hell, buddy.
Good luck. Anyone else got any matches they want to share with one another? Just let it out.
I like the idea of Mayor Kane versus Jimmy Havoc for Chris, maybe.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I love the idea of fucking coughing baby versus coughing baby for Chris.
What
Jesus
more
Christ.
horse match
Chris,
should be on?
I like the idea of someone taking a shit on your grave.
Oh man.
Yeah, Chris is going to be the first person to kill himself at his own memorial show.
Yeah, I faked my own death, but you guys are gonna make me do it for real.
Was like, whoa, hold up. Who is booked? What? Big Con couldn't make it. Yeah, that's how it would happen. Death via shitty booking.
All right. So did that wrap up Wacky Line?
I think that's a wrap on Wacky Line. As always, you can send either an email to violentpeopleorg@gmail.com, or you can just message the Violent People Twitter, or you can just message me on Discord.
Wacky Line.
Wacky Line. Yeah. Well, I guess that's a show.
Are we doing plugs? Tanner, have you ever hosted a podcast in your life? What's going on here?
Oh, am I hosting?
Yeah, that's
You
what the whole
introduced us?
thing.
I introduced
Start
us
it,
to Sam.
finish it. We're not swapping
okay.
halfway through.
Jesus Christ, I didn't realize I was going to be doing all the heavy lifting today. As always, go to violentpeople.do for the latest and greatest in wrestling literature. Brian Danielson Project kicking off at June 3rd. Chris's April recommended lucha matches dropping sometimes July 4th weekend. Dan going bi-weekly with Rotten Rewatch starting this week. As always, you have Coro throwing up the recommended matches. And again, we just have great writing by a lot of great writers. You can go check out Steph's piece from last week, the JBL Eddie Guerrero 20th anniversary piece.
It's so
fucking
good.
rocks. Go check that out. Really, everything on the site fucking rocks. You should read everything like 20 times.
Am I the only one that thinks that Tanner said violentpeople.do?
No, it's CO.
Oh, okay, just checking. Just double checking.
Yeah,
It'd be crazy to get this far in the podcast and not know the site, but just want to double check.
That would be funny. If I thought it was violentpeople.do.
No, I meant someone listening this much of us rambling, but
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, Violent People. Oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay, yeah. If you're listening to this podcast on any of the many services we're on, I believe we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, we're on fucking Audible, which I didn't even know did podcast. Leave us a rating. That apparently helps, and that's how we can beat Ric Flair's podcast for a second week in a row. And yeah, other than that, join the Discord. Go to the Violent People link tree. Go to the Discord link. Join the fucking Discord. We have like 170 people in here. It's absolutely madness on a daily basis. So definitely join that. And I have no plugs. Oh, follow AYCH Podcast on Twitter. That's where I am mostly.
You can follow me on Twitter at Concrete1982. Follow the Violent People Twitter at Violent_People as well. That's all I got for this.
Follow me at Dan Rice VP on Twitter, and that's pretty much all I got. Read the site.
Follow me at Fight Haskins.
Where do you think Haskins
Hold
is
on.
going to rank?
Dude, you're out of your fucking mind. All right, see you next week, everybody.
Peace. Oh,
Make sure you edit
I'll edit that
all
out.
the Mike and Ike's in during this pod.
Hey, Sam, shut up. There you go. You can end the podcast now.